past a little bit of construction, and my wife and I have been pretty excited about what's being built there. We kind of live we don't really, we don't live in the sticks or anything like that, but we do live, or we used to live, in an area that was about 10 or 15 minutes away from the closest grocery store. And then there were no fast food places any closer than that either. So yeah, when it takes you 35 minutes to get fast food, it's not exactly fast. But yeah, so they just finished building a grocery store, which is awesome. It's a perfect grocery store. But then they're also building a bunch of pardon my yawn. They're also building a bunch of fast food places there. So there's going to be a Burger King and a Little Caesars Pizza, and I'm trying to think of a Chinese place. I think there's going to be a Golden Panda or something is what they called it. But yeah, we're pretty excited about that. Let's see. Yeah, Little Caesars. Now, there is my favorite pizza joint that I've ever been to, and I don't even know if it's still around anymore. But it's this little hole-in-the-wall pizza joint up in Columbus, Ohio, and it's about 3 miles or a couple miles north of Ohio State, of the Ohio State University campus. No, maybe it's closer to campus than that, but it's called Hounddog Pizza, and this place was awesome. They had, a couple of special pizzas on the menu, but then the real appeal was that their pizzas, their make your own pizza, was what they kind of pushed everybody to, and what they kind of wanted everybody to get. So you would build your own pizza, and the toppings were not expensive. The toppings were cheap, so you could go and get a pizza that had 5 different toppings on it, and they would let you put toppings on half and quarter and stuff like that, so that so if you had if you were there with 5 different people, you could do all kinds of stuff with toppings. And basically you got charged per whole topping, anyway, but it worked out. So for $20, you could get this awesome pizza that had 7 toppings on it. One thing about pizza that drives me crazy is sauce that doesn't have any flavor. A lot of pizza places, it's almost like they think that the sauce is not an ingredient in the pizza. It's sauce is not one of the toppings on the pizza. Sauce is the main topping. Sauce is the topping that goes on every single pizza, no matter what. You don't get a pizza without sauce. It's either got it's got sauce no matter what. It's either got this, the barbecue or the Alfredo, or it's got, tomato sauce, right? I mean, every pizza has sauce, right? So, like, you gotta have good sauce. And for me, a good sauce makes the pizza. And that was one thing about Hounddog Pizza, is their sauce was incredible. I love garlic, I love onion in the sauce, so, the sauce has got to be, it's got to just like pack a punch. And so many pizza places, their sauce is just dead, right? But Hounddog Pizza, they had two different sauces. You could get the like boring, plain, no flavor sauce, which was still good sauce, by the way. It still had good, like, solid tomato flavor and stuff like that. But they also had, I'm trying to think what they called it. They call it, like, I don't know. Maybe they call it spicy sauce or something like that. But yeah, it was basically like sauce that you could actually taste, and actually tasted good. And so you'd get the sauce, and you'd get like good garlic flavor. You'd taste good oregano. The tomatoes, of course, would be awesome. But yeah, so when you got sauce on your pizza, you felt like you were getting an ingredient with your sauce, but that was included, so it was okay. And then, the whole just the whole location was cool too, because it was, right off of campus, and it was probably closer than a couple of miles north of campus, because people would walk from campus, and I can't see people doing that if it's a mile away. That's just not, if it's a full mile away, not tons of people are walking to it. But if it's, a couple of blocks away, you're getting a bunch of foot traffic. So it had this like really awesome, college town vibe and everything. But then, like, the walls had pardon my yawn. The walls had like spray paint art on them. Nothing that was like crazy or anything like that, but just like, spray paint murals all over the walls, and Hounddog pizzas, and little hound dogs and stuff like that all over the walls. So it just made for a really cool environment. The pizza was really good, so yeah. So what brings that all up is that, oddly enough, Little Caesars, with their, uber cheap, super cheap pizza, $5, hot and readies or whatever, their sauce has got a lot of flavor to it. Especially when you compare it to, like, I don't know, Papa John's or In-N-Out. Not In-N-Out. In-N-Out is burgers. What am I thinking of? Pizza Hut. Or, Domino's. Those sauces are, like, relatively no flavor. But, anyway, Little Caesars, I think, has a lot of flavor in their sauce, and that's what I like. So, the $5 hot and ready from Little Caesars, I'm jazzed about that, because not only is it like cheap pizza that you could eat, you could do a $5 foot long, or $5 hot and ready. You can do one of those, and I have a small family, relatively small family. $5 hot and ready, and an order of crazy bread, and that's all I need to feed my family. So you're talking like, going out to dinner for, $8, $9. I mean, come on. Not even Taco Bell's that cheap. But yeah, so I'm pretty pumped about Little Caesars coming in there. The other one, Burger King. I do like Burger King. My wife's not as big a fan of Burger King, but I prefer Burger King. I do like the char-grilled burgers. Char-grilled burgers. Yeah. I think they make a good burger. And they're, they're no more expensive than all the other burger joints, but one thing that they make that is, I guess it's a guilty pleasure. They make their chicken sandwich. It's basically like a breaded chicken patty on, a long bun, and then it's got like mayo and lettuce, and that's it. And you always know when they bought too many of these chicken patties and they got to sell them, because then they're like, 2 for $4 or something like that. But I love those sandwiches. I don't know if it's this deal where I ate a bunch of them growing up, and so now I like, it's like bringing me back to my childhood. But yeah, so I love getting those. The other thing I like is their double cheeseburgers. They make like the best double cheeseburger, except for In-N-Out. In-N-Out double cheeseburger, double. Oh my goodness. But all right, we'll talk tomorrow.